I'm more excited than I was last year after seeing how the turnout was with the crowds, the fans. I think it was a great time last year, and I think putting on a Saturday this year is going to be just a lot more fun for everyone involved.
Proceeds from this just go to the overall foundation, or is the money from this game earmarked for something specific?
It's for the Brooks Joshua Anderson Foundation, who I've worked with closely. I do my cause, my cleats with them as well, and they promote or help donate money to promote research on what SIDS is and why it affects babies, and I think that hits a little bit differently for me this year, having my own daughter now. So very thankful to still be partnering with them in this stuff. Is she here? She is right behind you. Yes, she is.
Logan, how important is this cause too? Obviously, with the way the turnout was last year, it seems like we're already going to have even a bigger turnout too.
Yeah.
Just raising the awareness for SIDS as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the thing is like you don't realize how many people it actually affects, and on a regular basis, because until you have kids yourself, you don't really hear about it or learn about it, and it's just kind of one of those things that's scary as a parent, and so trying to find ways to prevent it or understand really why it occurs is very, very important, and it just, like I said, it hits a little bit differently this year.
I mean, you see the turnout of your teammates too. I mean,
Yeah.
How special is that when it's something almost you don't even have to ask. It's guys are jumping at the bit. Hey,
Yeah.
when can we get to that celebrity softball game to support you in this foundation?
Yeah, I think they had a lot of fun last year, and I think that's a credit to the culture that we have in the locker room. Guys just want to do everything they can to be a part of stuff like this, and Coach Taylor in the front office has brought in a lot of good guys that have a team first mentality, and this kind of says it all right here.
The emotions of getting ready for today, because you had the experience of last year, how was it in terms of a little bit easier because you kind of know more what to expect this year?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't a little. I was not as nervous trying to figure out everything, where I was going, what we're doing, all those type of things. So round twos have been a lot smoother so far.
How important is it to have something like this serve as a reminder that you're much more than just an NFL football player?
Oh yeah, I mean I always try to keep that in my mind. It's like first and foremost, there's you have your faith, then you got family, and then football. And this is one of those things that's definitely above the football aspect in terms of being able to support a foundation that's very near and dear to my heart. And so stuff like this is definitely a no-brainer.
Want to go on the record and handicap the home run derby contest? Who are the favorites?
Who are the betting favorites? We're gonna have to go with Joe Bocci, Trey Hendrickson, and Cal Adamitis.
Is that 1, 2, 3 from last year, or in some?
Well, those are guys I know that can swing the bat, so we'll see how they do this year. Joe's got a lot of people coming for his head, though.
Any more surprise appearances this year that we haven't seen on the list to expect anybody? I know you maybe can't disclose anything, but
Yeah, not that I know of right now, unless someone surprises me too, which is always possible.
What has the hype been for those who weren't part of this last year and they're getting their first appearance, getting to interact with fans in this kind of fashion? How have you been telling them what to expect, or the guys who were here last year telling them what to expect?
That was a big question to unpack. I think that there's guys that didn't play in it last year. I think we're kind of heard from what guys that played in it last year, what to expect, and it's a different and unique way for us to get out here and interact with fans outside of our normal element in terms of football. Guys can kind of let loose, chit chat with some fans, interact with them, and I think that's an important thing in the community.
Again, if you could sum up, Logan, play for Brooks, what it is, what it means, how you became aware of it.
The foundation, or just like SIDS in general?
No, play for Brooks, the whole.
So
meaning behind it.
the founder of the foundation was one of my high school coaches growing up, and we were close then. And then when he lost their firstborn son to SIDS, him and I got really, really close, and he was actually in our wedding as one of my groomsmen, and we've been close ever since. And one of the things I always told him about was no matter what, I was going to try to do everything I could to bring a light to their situation, because for a parent to go through something like that is never easy. And I truthfully couldn't even imagine it. And I think, like I said, it hits differently having your own kid in that situation. And so just doing everything I can to help them promote research to figure out what SIDS is, like all those things that I talked about, and just doing everything I can to bring a light to their situation, raise more money, and things like this is what makes it so special.
Thanks, Logan.
Perfect.
appreciate it, Logan.